vciso-au Cyberwatch, 20th of January 2026. Strategic Cybersecurity Intelligence Brief powered by vciso-au. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay secure. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Yeswanth Bodhida DW Report, ANZ, None Australia, None News from Deep Web, Dark Daily Web, Mastertech International Data Breach exposes employee records. Mastertech International Co-Nom, Ltd, a Thailand-based manufacturer and distributor specializing in time recording and attendance systems, has allegedly been compromised. A threat actor posted the dataset on a dark web forum, claiming the information was updated as of December 2025. The company, which primarily serves a business-to-business, B2B market, is now facing the potential exposure of sensitive records linked to its internal systems or client databases. According to the actor, the compromised data contains significant amounts of personal identifiable information, PII. A sample of the SQL database provided by the attacker reveals highly specific personal details, suggesting the data may come from detailed HR or security identification records. Unicancer data breach. Employee database leaked on hacking forum. Unicancer, the unique French hospital network entirely dedicated to fighting cancer, has allegedly been compromised. A database supposedly belonging to the organization's forums has been surfaced on a cybercrime marketplace by a threat actor. The leak appears to impact internal staff and professionals registered on the platform, exposing their professional details. VirginiaHasJobs.com, data breach exposes 5,500 job seeker records. The Ruskinet Group claims to have breached VirginiaHasJobs.com, a centralized state-sponsored job search platform launched by Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin. The threat actor alleges they have successfully accessed and leaked a database containing the personal information of thousands of individuals utilizing the service for employment assistance. According to the actor, the leak contains 5,503 records. Multi-country personal data sale exposes over 26 million records. A threat actor, known as Nano666, is advertising a large personal data database allegedly sourced from a real estate directory, impacting users across the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. The listing claims more than 26 million records, including names, email addresses, phone numbers, location details, and deal-related metadata, with samples provided to validate authenticity. Such datasets pose high risks for phishing, fraud, and identity-based attacks, particularly when enriched with email quality and phone status indicators. Organizations and individuals in affected regions should remain alert for targeted scams and credential abuse linked to this exposure. Fascist Forge neo-Nazi forum database. Allegedly leaked with 2.3 million records, Acuity Insurance. Allegedly breached, exposing 9 million Illinois customer records with detailed demographics. 1. Cloudflare zero-day vulnerability enables any host. Access bypassing protections. Security researchers at vciso-au discovered a critical zero-day vulnerability in Cloudflare's Web Application Firewall, WAF. The flaw allowed attackers to bypass WAF protections and directly access protected origin servers. The bypass occurred through requests sent to the well-known Acme Challenge directory. This path is used by the ACME protocol for automated SSL TLS certificate validation. Normally, ACME HTTP 01 validation should allow access to only a single token file for certificate authorities. Researchers found that WAF rules were completely ignored for traffic hitting the ACME challenge path. Even when customers configured WAF rules to block all traffic, origin servers still responded to ACME path requests. vciso-au confirmed the issue using controlled demo hosts running PHP, Spring Tomcat, and Next.js frameworks. Normal requests were blocked as expected, but ACME path requests returned origin-generated responses. The root cause was Cloudflare's edge logic that disabled WAF checks to avoid interfering with certificate validation. If an ACME token did not match a Cloudflare-managed certificate order, WAF evaluation was still skipped. This logic flaw turned a narrow certificate exception into a broad security bypass across all Cloudflare-protected hosts. Demonstrated impacts included path traversal, sensitive endpoint exposure, LFI exploitation, and data leakage. The vulnerability was reported via HackerOne on October 9, 2025, and Cloudflare deployed a fix on October 27, 2025. Cloudflare confirmed no evidence of active exploitation and stated that no customer action is required after the fix. 2. New Kerberos relay attack uses DNS CNAME to bypass mitigations, POC released. A critical flaw in Windows, Kerberos authentication significantly expands the attack surface for credential relay attacks in Active Directory environments. The issue abuses how Windows clients process DNS CNAME responses during Kerberos Service Ticket (TGS) requests. When a DNS CNAME is returned, Windows constructs the SPN using the CNAME hostname, not the original service name. Attackers can exploit this behavior to coerce Kerberos authentication to attacker-controlled services. The attack requires DNS man-in-the-middle capabilities, achievable via ARP poisoning, DHCPV6 poisoning, MITM6, or similar techniques. Victims attempting to access legitimate services are redirected via malicious CNAME records to attacker infrastructure. The attacker-controlled service responds with HTTP 401, forcing Kerberos authentication from the victim. This results in the victim requesting Kerberos service tickets for attacker-selected SPNs. Exploitation enables credential relay attacks, including HTTP SMB and HTTP LDAP cross-protocol relays. Confirmed impacts include remote code execution via ADCS web enrollment, ESC8, lateral movement, and user impersonation. The attack works on default configurations of Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows Server 2022, and Windows Server 2025. Unprotected services such as SMB, HTTP, and LDAP are vulnerable when signing or channel binding tokens, CBT, are not enforced. Microsoft addressed HTTP relay scenarios by adding CBT support to http.sys in January 2026 updates, tracked as CVE 2026-2929. The core DNS CNAME coercion behavior remains unchanged, leaving non-HTTP Kerberos services exposed. Researchers released a modified MITM6 proof-of-concept tool with CNAME poisoning support, highlighting the need for layered defenses beyond disabling NTLM. Ransomware victims: United States Dura-Shiloh, manufacturing, automotive components, India DEC, India Engineering Port Ltd, manufacturing, heat treatment and industrial equipment, Italy, Casadei, manufacturing, industrial machinery and woodworking equipment, Canada, Whitfield, Welding Inc., manufacturing, welding and laser processing. Final note from vciso-au: Australia and New Zealand remain relatively untouched this week, but the global threat landscape continues to shift. Critical infrastructure, software supply chains, and endpoint security are under siege. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Yeswanth Bodada.